Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, I'm a big fan of movies here. On the channel, I talk about movies, mostly movies, but also some television and reality TV as well. Big reality TV fan. So whenever I finish the season, I talk about it on the channel as well. But I'm big into movies more than I've ever been before. Last award season, I did videos going into it. Only a couple. Already doing more this season. Um, but I watched all the Best Picture nominees last year and all the acting award nominees, the Best Animated Feature nominees. I tried to watch a bunch of those. My goal this time around is to watch every nominee. I've already made some decent progress on that, though. As we'll briefly talk about here, there are plenty that I have not hit up yet, and I'm definitely meaning to, have full intention to. A lot of the international ones in particular are ones I haven't gotten access to yet. So, Golden Globes, I know I'm behind on it. My apologies. I still wanted to check in and talk about it because I did watch it live. It just things came up. I didn't get a chance to do a video fresh. And now, as I record this, the Oscar nominations are coming up literally tomorrow. So, this is kind of in preparation for that. I want to get my thoughts out on this before that happens. I'll do a video on the nominations. And then once the nominations come out, it's like full steam ahead. Now I have my list. Those are the movies I definitely need to watch if I haven't yet. And I will do so. And I will then eventually at some point give my thoughts on what my picks would be going into the Oscars when we get up to that point. But yeah, for the Golden Globes, pretty good show. For me, TV, as much as I just mentioned, I do like TV. It's not my strong suit when it comes to modern TV and keeping up with new shows. I have like no idea when it comes to award season anything in regards to that, so I'm not going to touch on that. This is only movie focused. And though I will say, the best podcast award went to Good Hang with Amy Poehler, and podcast obviously has no reason to be in this award show at all. But Snoop Dogg, as the one who teed it up, he did a very good job at making it at least a funny moment to me. So I was still entertained. But overall, outside of the awards that didn't really do much for me personally, I thought the pacing of the show was really good. It was always just on to the next one, on to the next one. But yeah, let's talk about some of these awards, right? Cinematic and box office achievement is such a stupid award. Still, no one's has explained what it means exactly. It's just like your vague interpretation of it. And so far, I guess history has shown for Golden Globes that these last couple of times they've done it, that is essentially like a consolation prize for movies that probably should get legit awards and aren't really getting, that are underrepresented in other ways. Because I guess Wicked won last year, and it was kind of like, oh, here, you got one. So unfortunately, this is the context, but it was still nice to see Ryan Coogler up there with some of the cast to accept this award for Sinners. The other nominees are Avatar, Fire and Ash, F1, K-Pop Demon Hunters, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, Weapons, and Wicked for Good. Again, and Zootopia 2. Again, what are the metrics? No one knows, right? Makes no sense. If you were doing it strictly based off the box office, there would be completely different movies in here. If you're, I don't know what, like Sinners seemed like the clear winner here. It's the strongest movie of the group, and it's also, it did have a big impact on the box office. If you want to say that, it had a bigger moment than these other movies, it feels like. But, and the fact that it's like an original story and everything, yeah. So that's that. Best original song, unfortunately, hasn't been a very exciting race this season. It's just been Golden so far, looking to sweep, and I don't really see anything stopping it come Oscars. Like I Lied to You does seem much more of an Oscar type song, but it just seems like Golden's a force. The other nominees are Dream Is One from Avatar, Fire and Ash, which I haven't seen. No Place Like Home and The Girl in the Bubble for Wicked for Good. And Train Dreams from Train Dreams, which, those are solid songs, but obviously none of them are on the level of Golden and I Lied to You. It was always going to be between those two. And I mean, the steamroll is starting. I don't know if anything can stop it. Best original score. This was the most annoying award, I'd say, because randomly, spontaneously, apparently, the Golden Globes decided to do this off live TV, like during a commercial break. Still, they presented the winner and they did a speech in front of the audience, and then I think they put that up on YouTube or something after the fact. But they cut it from the live show, which is just such poor taste. Not only is it's just one that you cut, and then it's also like we're making room for awards that probably shouldn't be in there to begin with, like the podcast one. Like I said, I thought it was pretty fun, but at the end of the day, like podcast doesn't really have any place in the Golden Globes. Like, it doesn't really make sense to be in that group. It's a completely different medium, but okay. I almost didn't even say. And Ludwig Göransson for Sinners. So that was like one of Sinners got that Cinematic and Box Office Achievement Award, and then they got Best Original Score, and that wasn't live. So it's like, damn. The other nominees were Frankenstein, F1, One Battle After Another, Surratt, and Hamnet. I haven't seen Surratt, but yeah, I'd say One Battle After Another is the next best one. They're both very strong scores that complement the film very well. I'm not going in order of the show, by the way. I'm going in order on the goldenglobes.com/winners and nominees website, and going from back to front to get to the bigger awards. Best screenplay for a motion picture went to Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another. He seems poised to win, especially with the Oscars where they split things up into adapted versus original. He's going to win adapted. And Ryan Coogler likely will win original. We'll see. But the other nominees there were Hamnet, It Was Just an Accident, Sentimental Value, Marty Supreme, and Sinners. So yeah, like already some of the most talked about international films are the ones I still need to see, such as Sentimental Value, It Was Just an Accident. I already forget No Other Choice. Yeah, No Other Choice, which is what I'm really looking forward to seeing. I just haven't been able to yet, like hasn't been around. But yeah, best performance by a male actor in a supporting role in any motion picture went to Stellan Skarsgård. It was just cool to see. You know, he's an older actor, obviously a very seasoned actor, and I liked his presence. They were playing these completely these songs that didn't fit at all for the nominees and the winners they were calling up there. So it was funny. I forget what was playing. It was some super like modern song. Yeah, it was like some Usher or something like that. It was like it was so random. But I haven't seen him in Sentimental Value. I've heard good things. Ironically, because I've seen all the other nominees in this particular category. Adam Sandler for Jay Kelly, Benicio del Toro for One Battle After Another, Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein, Paul Mescal for Hamnet, and Sean Penn for One Battle After Another. There's some solid choices in there, but I really want to see Sentimental Value. I feel like I would really enjoy it, so I'm looking forward to it. Best performance by a female actor in a supporting role in any motion picture. This one was kind of a shock. Tiana Taylor, you could tell she was shocked. That led to a great moment and a great heartfelt speech. That was cool, and I don't necessarily have like a specific horse in this race. I think there's some solid performances, and then a bunch I haven't seen too that were in the running. But so for me, it was just like, yeah, I'm here for it. I enjoyed her in One Battle After Another, and also just to see a shake-up, and it's not just Amy Madigan all the way, because that's going to be very boring if we had all the same ones winning every award. But yeah, Amy Madigan for Weapons was nominated, Ariana Grande for Wicked for Good, Elle Fanning for Sentimental Value, Emily Blunt for The Smashing Machine, and Inga Ibsdatter Lilius is nominated for Sentimental Value as well. It's such a question mark going to the Oscars, because like the fun thing about the Golden Globes is they do split up categories, even though they are kind of arbitrary when it comes to like the best pictures and best actors and how they're split up. It does lead to more nominees. So for the supporting ones, it's just straight up supporting actress, supporting female actor, supporting male actor, but then they split up the major categories. Ariana Grande, I still loved. Obviously, I think she's very deserving, though I think she should have won last year. It's just unfortunate. Um, and then Amy Madigan is really good, and all the other ones, Sentimental Value and The Smashing Machine, I haven't seen yet. Look at that. Best performance by a male actor in a motion picture, musical, or comedy. This was, while it wasn't straight up best male actor, it did still have a lot of the bigger contenders in this category. Timothy Chalamet won this against Leonardo DiCaprio. Lee Byung-hun for No Other Choice, which is nice. Jesse Plemons for Begonia, who was awesome. George Clooney for Jay Kelly was awesome. Ethan Hawke for Blue Moon is awesome. Really stacked category. Like, best actor going into the Oscars is already a stacked category, and that's, you only get down to 5. This one, it's split. It's 6 actors and then split into 2, and this is still super stacked. Like, this one for musical or comedy, I think all these actors were great. Lee Byung-hun I haven't seen in No Other Choice. I assume he's great. I've heard good things, but all the other ones I can definitely say. Timothy Chalamet, Leonardo DiCaprio, Jesse Plemons, George Clooney, and Ethan Hawke are all awesome. George Clooney's not really getting the love this time around because Jay Kelly just kind of fell off, but I think he's awesome in that film. For best performance by a female actor in a motion picture, musical, or comedy, Rose Byrne won for If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. This is like a blind spot for me because I haven't seen that. I haven't seen Song Sung Blue, where Kate Hudson is nominated. I know it's like a weird pick for a lot of people because that movie wasn't received well. Emma Stone for Begonia is awesome yet again. Cynthia Erivo for Wicked for Good. She wasn't even there. Chase Infinity for One Battle After Another. She's great. And Amanda Seyfried for The Testament of Anne Lee. I love her. I really want to see The Testament of Anne Lee. Of course, they did not roll it out well at all. It was a complete mess. Like, so hard to find. It's nowhere near me. It's so limited, and it still continues to be super limited. Like, I just want to see the movie, and I can't. So, no wonder it hasn't had any legs when it comes to award season. And I can't even say whether it should or not. I don't know yet. Best performance by a male actor in a motion picture drama. This is the other side of the acting category for actor, which is not as strong. A lot of the heavy hitters are in the other one, but there's still some great performances in here, and some I haven't seen. Wagner Moura won for The Secret Agent, which is a back-to-back Brazil win after Fernando Torres, which was much deserved. I still haven't seen The Secret Agent. I haven't seen Springsteen Deliver Me From Nowhere for Jeremy Allen White, and The Smashing Machine for Dwayne Johnson. Both movies that didn't get stellar reviews, so I'm interested. But Joel Edgerton for Train Dreams, Michael B. Jordan for Sinners, Oscar Isaac for Frankenstein. On the surface, it seemed like Michael B. Jordan's to win, but I know Wagner Moura was the likely winner for some time, and so I just really need to see The Secret Agent. I'm looking forward to it. I know they did similar things acting wise, him and Michael B. Jordan. Best performance by a female actor in a motion picture drama, Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. This is one I'm completely fine sweeping, even though there's some amazing options in this category too. Jessie Buckley is just amazing, and I think she's just super charming. Like, I never had seen her in interviews or seen her speak. I never really, I don't think I ever really saw her in anything before Hamnet really either. So, but once she gave the first speech, I was like, all right, I'm completely fine she can just win them all. It'll be boring, like suspense wise, but there always tends to be one of those. And if it's going to be anyone, I want it to be a super deserving one. Like last year we had to suffer through, well, no shade, but I had to suffer through Zoe Saldana winning everything when I thought Ariana Grande should have won or someone else, because the movie is just not good. And all right, not to relitigate Amelia Perez, but so she won against Ava Victor for Sorry Baby, which I thought was a super inspired nomination. I loved her in that movie, and she also did everything for that movie. She directed, wrote it, and starred in it. Kind of iconic, and it's like kind of her debut film too. She was awesome. She was never gonna win, but it's just awesome to see her nominated. And I loved that Julia Roberts. There was a whole moment with Julia Roberts where she got a standing ovation just for being Julia Roberts and going up to present this award. Um, was it this award? Because I say that because she called out Ava Victor specifically about how kind of she idolizes her. And if you haven't seen Sorry Baby, go see it. That was really cool to see because that is a movie that deserves more recognition. So that was cool to get that a random little spotlight in there. But also in this category, Jennifer Lawrence for Die My Love, who I think was great. Awesome. Like Die My Love, I enjoyed the film. I didn't love it. I still want to rewatch to see if it moves up or down for me. But one thing I did know was that Jennifer Lawrence was like, electric. Just she stole every scene she was in. She was a lot of fun to watch, like super captivating performance. Julia Roberts, okay, she did not. Okay, that was now it makes it even more dumb what I said before. Bear with me, it's been a while. Julia Roberts was nominated in this category, so she did not present it. It was some other random category. I don't remember what it was then. Um, for After the Hunt, which I haven't seen and haven't heard much good about, but I want to see it still. Renate Reinsva for Sentimental Value, which I haven't seen, and Tessa Thompson for Hedda, which is I thought it was an okay film, but she has that this electricity about her. It was fun to watch. I wouldn't say my favorite of the year, but still cool to see her acknowledged for it. Best Motion Picture for Non-English Language. This is like My Blind Spot Central. The Secret Agent one for Brazil. Over It Was Just an Accident, No Other Choice, Sentimental Value, Surat, and The Voice of Hind Rajab, which are all on my radar for sure. And most of those I most certainly will have to watch. If I wasn't already going to, because they'll be nominated in some way. Best Motion Picture Animated, another layup. Again, it's just like sweep, original song and animated, just pair them together. K-pop Demon Hunters won against Arco. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Infinity Castle, which is the oddball pick for most of the awards, like other critics and whatnot. Elio, Little Amelie, or the character of Rain, and Zootopia 2. So of these, I've only seen Elio, K-pop Demon Hunters, and Zootopia 2. The very basic, the populist picks. But I want to see Arco. It's been on my list for a while. Demon Slayer is tough because I feel like I want to watch the anime first, so that's a harder one. And one I probably won't have to watch for the Oscars, but still would like to watch at some point. Little Amelie is definitely on my list. So, but it's just everything's coming up. K-pop Demon Hunters. Best Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy. This is like no other. I was literally about to say no other. There was no other choice. But No Other Choice is nominated for this, but it lost to One Battle After Another. Need to clarify that. One Battle After Another was always going to win this, and will continue. I think will probably be the Best Picture winner, which deserved, honestly. I love the movie. Also nominated was Nouvelle Vague, which is one I haven't seen, but it's on my list. No Other Choice I haven't seen. Marty Supreme I loved. Begonia I love. And Blue Moon I thought was just okay, but I loved Ethan Hawke. And then the last one, which you kind of bookended, a big shock with Teyana Taylor. Like, not like no one thought she had a chance, but, Amy Madigan was like the safe choice and the likelier choice, it seemed. So that was a nice shock in the beginning. And then we ended it on a bit of shock, which is Best Motion Picture Drama went to Hamnet over, what you would think is the likely front runner in Sinners. It's got it's right up there with One Battle After Another, getting a lot of nominations, and likely will, when it comes to the Oscars, have some of the most nominations, if not the most. And so it seemed like that would be a shoe-in. Like, the fact that it didn't win even when the categories were split up for Best Motion Picture, that means like even more so that One Battle After Another is like the runaway favorite, it feels like. But that being said, Hamnet I think is a great film. I think it's deserving of accolades and a really great showcase of some strong acting performances. But Sinners, you do wish it would get some more awards. We'll see what happens come Oscars, but it was just an accident. Sentimental Value and The Secret Agent. Cool to see the international representation. Obviously, Golden Globes. I love that, and all three are ones that I'm super excited to see because I've heard such great things. Absolutely. That's the Golden Globes, and I'm pumped to see what's going on because essentially, like I said, it's my assignment for myself that I made. I want to watch every movie that's nominated for an Oscar of every category. Like even stuff, there's plenty of stuff we haven't touched on here that will be featured in that. So I got the international features, documentaries. I've only seen 2 of them. I loved like 2 of the main ones that are being considered, which are The Perfect Neighbor and Come See Me in the Good Light, which I loved both of those. I think The Perfect Neighbor is likely one of the nominees, but a whole slate of documentaries for me to watch. All the shorts, which I never watched prior. I knew going into it I wasn't going to be able to watch them ahead of time. It was going to be once the nominations hit, then those are the ones I'm going to have to seek out and watch. So I'm excited for that to be something new for me. And then, of course, all the other different categories, namely the technical categories as well, where you have some of the oddball ones, like maybe a Smashing Machine, which is one I always intended to watch. But, all these other ones, these fringe ones, as well as these heavy hitters, the internationals. So, while I did watch a ton of movies this year and I tried to keep up as much as I could, you just can't. It's not realistic to be, at least for me, as someone who does it out of the passion and just for fun, it's not realistic to come into the nominations saying I've seen all of these already. It's like really, I've seen some of them. I've seen a decent amount of them. But I'm coming in to also just get a menu of what to watch next. And that'll be fun to check off leading up to it. And I'll definitely do at least a video deciding my winners for each of the categories after I've watched everything. But we'll see what else is to come. But that's it for the Golden Globes. Let me know your thoughts below. And thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel for more things on all things movies. All right, take care.